What is up, YouTube? Welcome to Panfro Games. In today's video, we're going over some brand new Pokemon Scarlet and Violet news and leaks to share with you all today. And we now know the general number of new abilities and new moves coming to the game. And we also have some other very interesting news as well. And of course, guys, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe and like the video. I really appreciate it. To begin, we got some official confirmation from Ceruledge now that we are going to be getting Shiny Eternatus at GameStop in the US, Canada, and EB Games in Australia and New Zealand starting on September 18th to October 1st. So that is going to be a 2-week period. You're going to be able to walk into your local GameStop or EB Games and you'll be able to get a physical card that has a scratch off where you'll have a code that you can enter to get your Shiny Eternatus. Of course, if you get multiple cards, you could potentially get multiple Eternatus on, especially on different save files or different games. And hey, if you have some friends in other countries who can't get this, the codes are region free, so you can get the code and then send it to someone else and just send them what the actual code is and they'll be able to get it. If I can get some extra codes, I would love to help some additional community members out here. So I'll try to do my best at my local GameStop. But that is really exciting, and this is definitely going to be the last event for Sword and Shield leading into Scarlet and Violet. Plus, I wouldn't be surprised if the GameStop employees are going to try to make you pre-order to get the code. Just remember, you don't have to pre-order to get the code. You can get the code for free just walking into the store. We also got new pre-orders open for Nintendo Switch OLED for the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet edition. So yes, they are now available in the US. Target put up their pre-orders today. So I wouldn't be surprised if Best Buy, GameStop, and Amazon US to actually do this. Personally, I'm going to be waiting for the GameStop or the Amazon one, but this Target link is still live. So if you go on Wario64 Twitter, you can see his Target link, and I definitely recommend checking it out because honestly, I think this is the most fire Switch we have ever seen, and I think it's going to be a massive collector's item. Even if you're not going to use it, I think it has that sort of value to it. And now for our leak update from Kakao, reported by Central Leaks here. They say Scarlet and Violet will have between 21 and 40 new abilities, and we also learned Scarlet and Violet will have between 46 and 65 new moves. So one, I do think it's pretty funny that there is an actual range for abilities and moves. So clearly Kakao has not actually counted them, but to me it says that there is going to be a lot of new moves and abilities in general. They did say in a follow-up that they will be counting them later, so hopefully we can have a somewhat more accurate number. But even if it is just 21 new abilities and 46 new moves, that is really exciting stuff. 21 to 40 new abilities seems like a lot. However, there are a lot of abilities out there that are redundant. They do the exact same thing, but they have a different name just to fit, the flavor of the Pokemon. So I'm sure about, at least 20 to 30% of these new abilities are just going to be rehashed abilities. I mean, we saw this with Greninja and Cinderace. They have different ability names, but at the end of the day, Protea and Librio do the exact same thing. So, I assume that's going to be part of it. However, of course, a new Pokemon means that we're going to be getting brand new abilities in general too. So I really wonder what they're going to be. I'm sure the legendary Pokemon are going to have something like that. They're going to have some brand new abilities. Hopefully, the starter Pokemon can have something unique about their hidden abilities as well. But, I'm very excited to see how this is going to affect the metagame. It definitely will. And, honestly, I'm really hoping that at the very least, the more abilities also get distributed to other Pokemon too. I really hope we get more weather setters, more terrain setters, because I'm just thinking of the competitive aspect as well. So it gives us more viability during team building to use different Pokemon. Now for moves, 46 to 65 moves is actually really significant because even if it is just 46, a lot of moves are going to be crazy. Sure, there could be a lot of signature moves that will only apply to maybe one Pokemon or a certain type of Pokemon, right? However, there is a lot of moves that we do not have in Pokemon right now that would totally change the metagame. When we really think about it, why isn't there a good physical electric move? Like, okay, we have Volt Tackle, which is essentially a worse Flare Blitz, but like its distribution so bad. So it's like, yeah, Flare Blitz is way better. And then there's Wild Charge, which is literally a worse Flare Blitz. Why would anyone want to use Wild Charge? So hopefully there's some more physical electric moves that are not necessarily signature moves. I mean, we got the elemental punches, of course, but let's be real. Elemental punches, their damage is very low and only 10% chance of doing the actual status effect, while the special versions of these moves do way more damage and still have that same 10% chance of doing the status effect. So special Pokemon have such a massive advantage right now in Pokemon, and it's sort of messed up because if they don't bring in Frostbite, which was the special burn that was introduced in Pokemon Legends Arceus, then special Pokemon will still be better overall than physical Pokemon. And I really don't like that balancing. So I really hope that physical Pokemon get some more moves. Honestly, dark moves need a bigger special pull. I mean, the only real dark special move right now is honestly Dark Pulse. So hopefully we get something more for dark types as well. I would love to see more physical psychic moves as well, or just more psychic moves in general. I think that's another type that can actually use something, especially on the more physical side. I think Drill Peck is another great flying physical move, but it has a very low distribution. So maybe more for flying physical that isn't Drill Peck, or at least increase the distribution of that. I would just love to see more unique types of moves as well that do something like similar to maybe like knockoff, where like removes an item, something like a little bit more game changing on dynamic too. So I'm really hoping. I mean, 46 to 65 new moves though, that can really do it for us. So this gets me super excited for the new metagame. Of course, we saw 3 new items. I'm sure we're gonna get more new items as well. So if you're gonna be playing VGC or even Pokemon Showdown, I think you should be really excited for the future of Scarlet and Violet's competitive play. Now, going back to the Paldea region map that we covered in a previous video, we have updated the map here to make it look a little nicer. It's easier to see all the gym leader types and Titan star bosses in Elite Four. As you can see, each type is at the very least used once, and by all specialty trainers, every type is used besides rock. And I do have a feeling that the rock typing will probably be used by either Arvin, who is our third rival, and it sort of makes sense because he is the treasure hunter, and rocks and treasure go hand in hand. Or we do know that there is a leak for the third legendary's typing, and apparently it's going to be a rock dragon. So we'll have to wait and see on that, but that's going to be a DLC thing if that does come true. But I do want to point out that the Co-Rhydon and Miraidon event is going to happen in the center of the map where the Paradox event will occur. We also have this great infographic showing us everything we know about the gym leaders and their Pokemon, some of the rivals, the Titans, and Team Star's leader. So we know officially the Gardener is going to be using Small and Sudowoodo. We know the electric type gym leader is a girl in a mech suit, but we don't know about her Pokemon, but I assume she's going to have a Magnemite as she has one sticking out of her head. We know the snowboarders, the ice gym leader with a Titan as their ace. We don't know what the supermodel gym leader looks like, but we do know her main is going to be the ostrich Cleopatra Pokemon. We don't know anything about the normal guy. The fisherman guy is probably going to be using either the sushi fish or the sushi master as their ace Pokemon. The bug type gym leader will be using a Teddiursa as their Terra Pokemon. It's going to make the Teddiursa into a bug type. And we know that the ghost gym leader is a rapper / soul singer. And we actually know that their ace is going to be the ghost dog. The only new thing about Team Star that we know is one of them is a fairy leader who is apparently like a K-pop or some sort of singer actor type of character. And that Penny is the leader of Team Star, and their ace is Sylveon, and they use an entire team of Eevee Evolution. We also note that the Steel type Elite Four member, their ace is going to be the Fairy Steel type Hammer Pokemon, which is represented by Amy Rose here, which is pretty funny, but we don't know anything else about the other Elite Four characters. And we do know that Nimona, one of her 6 Pokemon, is going to be Lycanroc, and we also know that the champion Geta is going to be using the Ostrich and the Hikefish on their team of 6. Now for a couple of quick things, something that's very interesting. Unlike in Pokemon Legends Arceus, wild Pokemon will remain in the background during a fight, so I think it's going to make the world feel more alive, which is really cool, because honestly, I really like the feeling of constantly being the open world. And lastly, if you want to get armarouge or CERULEDGE for your team, they are version exclusive Pokemon, so you're going to have to knock out either 10 Sinistes or 10 Bronzors in order to get the particular item to use to evolve the pre-evolution of both of these Pokemon. Bronzor is only in Pokemon Scarlet, and that's how you're going to get Armarouge, and Sinistea is only in Pokemon Violet, and that is the way you're going to get CERULEDGE. So in theory, yes, you could farm these Pokemon, get the items, and trade them over to your friends so you can just share and get the correct evolution that you would like. I'm definitely going to be doing that, and hopefully I can help some people in the community with that as well. Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you do, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you're new. I really appreciate it. And definitely let me know in the comment section below what Pokemon you are currently most excited for in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Peace out and have a great one.